TT action then at Lago Maggiore. Okay, that time, once again, week and brand new daily races on GT7. And here we are, as ever, getting the week underway with a bit of daily race A. And this week, for daily race A, we are on Lago Maggiore, on the Lago Maggiore West Circuit, and we are going round the reverse of Lago Maggiore West Circuit then for this one. Now, we got 4 laps on the Comfort soft tyre, 1 times fuel, 1 times tyre and BOP. And the car of choice for daily race A this week is the Audi TT Coupe 2003. Wheel drive and not a bad little car, the TT Coupe. First produced, I think it came out in 1998, something like that. Looks out around 250, 260-ish brake horsepower. 0 to 60, just over 6.5 seconds. So for this one then we do have the Comfort soft tyre, which means not as grippy as the sports hards we had on the Lambo last week at Monza, but nevertheless they should still give us a good level of grip, and yeah, we should have some good races today to get the week underway. There you go. Get it all out of the way now, and then we'll do it in the race. Almost going off again. Then, bit of a run round, a couple of spins for good measure, a track penalty as well for good measure. As I say, get it all out of the way now before we jump into the lobby, which is where we're going to go now. Let's get in there. Right, we are... oh, P7. Away we go then. Bit of a kick there from the TT off the start line as we arrive into the first corner then. Let's just all sort of get ourselves round here, folks, nice and tidy, and just sort of guide our way through here. Watch out for behind as well there. Relatively tidy then so far, then even Stevens, and in this one then P7 as we go round and onto the straight now for the first time. Over there for the car that's going off there to our right. All bit of contact there as we go down the hill for the first time. Watch it there on the right hand side, they're still there, that's good. Going to stay behind then for the hairpin here for the first time, then go in the opposite direction this time. Round we go. Now we're going down a bit of a dip now, and it's quite a bit of a tricky section this one here. Just sort of try to hold the car there, really sort of noticing that back end there, just really trying to keep it in check, and then get yourself on the brakes there for this one then, and again there, just the rear end there, just really work to keep that in check. Round we go, second to last corner here, on the brakes there quite early, get yourself turned in there for the apex. Nice early turning for this corner here as well, and back onto the start finish line. Here we are then, lap 2 into P5 now, back at the first corner once again. Get myself in the right gear. Bit of battling there ahead of us there for P4. Just see how that one transpires. We'll try and get ourselves in the mix a little bit if we can. That'll be good, wouldn't it? Well, we've got a time penalty there of 0.5 just in front of us there, so that will maybe sort of get us a bit closer there to P4. So time penalty been taken there. That's going to get us now round to the back of P4 now, carrying the speed here. It's going to go through here on the inside, try and get the move done before this section here where it's quite important to really watch the back end of your TT. Oh, there we are. Sort of try to defend the inside going through there. We're just going to sweep right around the outside there, take that 4th place back early-ish on the brakes there, really watching that back end going through here, really wrestling the TT here around this Lago Maggiore West reverse. We got round onto the 3rd lap now, 2.5 seconds clear there of the car behind in P6. We arrive back at the first corner once again, and just ready again, just keeping an eye there, trying to make the apex there just about. Just sort of try and go with it now, bit of a mix of maintaining P5 whilst pushing on for P4. See what happens. Pulling away now from the car behind now, up to nearly 3 seconds now, that gap back to P6. Just get down this bit here, all bit on the white line there, going down towards the hairpin, but managed to keep ourselves on the asphalt as we go round the hairpin again. Get a nice line through the section here, sets you up for the braking zone here. Keep the car nice and straight if you can for this left-hander here. And we're just sort of Getting onto the back of P4 now, aren't we? As we get towards the end of this penultimate lap, around the right-hander, and back onto that start-finish straight then. And onto the final lap, and all of a sudden there, nearly 8 seconds now to the car behind. So really got some liberties here now, haven't we? If we make a mistake or anything like that, we just sort of follow P4 now. Around we go on this final lap. Now we're just closing in once again. Under a second. Where we are now, P5. Should be alright. I'm going to get a nice bit of a run through here though, and maybe just close that gap a little bit as we come up towards the final section here. Oh, close right up there in the penultimate corner. Both of us there just going to get a little bit sideways there through there. Now just follow round and onto the start-finish line for the final time. Or a not so bad P5. Let's go around now then and see if we can open up the TT Coupe. One of them really daily race, where sometimes you'll find guys at set times and then other guys, yeah, just happy just to start from the back, aren't they? And as ever, if you do happen to enjoy my pretty average driving at best on Gran Turismo 7, so like and subscribe, really do appreciate it. And if you do enjoy the video today, drop a like on it and hit the bell for notifications so you get notified when I upload new, pretty average Gran Turismo 7 driving videos. And what's on the subject, a big thank you for the support on the channel recently. Again, really do appreciate it. I'll try and go flat through it, see what happens. Oh wait, that's about it. Yeah, riding across doesn't really help it either, does it? Second time I've done that. Right then, let's get back in, see what happens. Here we are then, going from P7 again. Right, lights out and away we go. Bit of a slow starter there as it goes into P6, horns blaring away as we come down towards the first corner. I'm feeling a bit sideways there, just a bit of a tap there going through. All seems as though we've got through, bit of a spinner there. We're all through for the most part. There we are then, the group of Audi TTs bathing in the sunshine of Lago Maggiore. Going down the hill here for the first time in this one, and just took it in there behind P9 for now then. And then down towards the hairpin there, bit of an off there in front of us there. I think we join there in P8, got them horns again, blaring away. Now we've got a bit of a group forming in front of us here. Let's just sort of see how this one works out there. Bit of a move there, move up there by 2 positions there, but looked like a bit of a thing there, didn't it? Going on there between those two. We're getting slowed down now for a left-hander, fighting that back end again. We got through. Here we are then, around the final corner to complete the first lap. And P8 at the start of lap 2. Very sideways there from P7, P6. Going into the first corner there. Just sort of noticing the back end of my TT a bit there as well. Really leaning on those comfort soft tyres then for this one. Especially down this little bit here. Nice and flat in the Group 3s. Last week going the other way, but just a little bit there today with a bit of a needing to lift to get yourself through, and again for this hairpin here, nice and tidy through here as much as you can. And we're just going to go then with the 2 guys up front through here then, and sort of in on the brakes quite early for this penultimate corner here, which is of course turn 2 of Lago Maggiore, going the other way. Just sort of get yourself round, breathing space now to the car behind there, 3.5 seconds. The one up just really bit of a snap of the rear end there going through the first corner. I'm still going though. As I say, we are still in this race at the moment. We're sliding away through the corners here on this one. As I say, we're still going in there. It happens, no dramas. Caught it on the white line there. As I say, get a wheel on that white line. Round you go. Stay still in this race, lap to go. Let's just keep going then and see what happens around this final lap. And as I say, we may be able to get 1 or 2 places on this last lap of the race. Just go with it then and see what we can do. Final lap then. A nice bit of a spin just to spice up the race a bit. Just get ourselves around this final lap then, get ourselves to the finish line, hopefully in one piece. Not far to go now. We'll be alright. Right, so we're not going flat through here. Just a bit of a lift there to get ourselves through. We've got a flags there just in front of us. Someone there just going off and rejoining there. So we may be able to capitalise here in the closing stages. 1 second time penalty there. So that's going to move us up to 1 place. Wow. Not sure about that one. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I mean, it looked as though there was room on that final corner for both of us to get round. And yeah, the first bit of door banging, yeah, okay, that was, you know, a bit of a tight squeeze. The two of us there going through the final corner there side by side on the actual corner itself. I don't know, the second one there, the bump, a bit forceful to me. That's the sort of impression it gave anyway. Well, it's one of those. On to the next one, because really, yeah, for the most part, the Audi TT is a not so bad car to drive round here. Just don't put the wheels on white lines and you will be good to go. I try to take this one now. I'm going to try to take this one flat this time, but this one's definitely not flat. Yank the handbrake here and sort of drift beneath the Speedster around that hairpin there. Okay, couple more laps under the old belt then. Let's go. Right, here we go again. P4. Lights out then, and away we go. We go then, 12 Audi TT Coupes into the first corner once again. Just the race leader there doing a bit of rallycross there, getting themselves back on there. Bit of a duel there for the race lead. He's tucking behind then for now. Someone else trying to go up the inside there. Forcing it on there around the outside. Really on the apex there, but holding on then to P4 through the first couple of corners. And the downhill section we go. Yeah, just get it through there, getting through successfully without touching the white line, and round we go. Well, there were time penalties in front of us there. One of them taking their penalty now. It's going to put us right on the back of P3 here. Going to go through there with the additional top speed. There we go, get the move done nice and in time for this section here, so I can watch myself, get my back end in check and all that. Brakes in here and straight back up the inside they go. Back into P3 then. We've got a bit of a cutback here to maybe have a bit of a run here into the penultimate corner. Get ourselves stopped in time. Get ourselves back into P3 then. Around the first lap then, got ourselves into P3. Just sort of see where the race goes from here then. Top two there going off by the look of it. We are still there in P3 though at the moment then, aren't we? Just say, just go with it. Case of seeing how that battle there for the race lead unfolds, and maybe if anything does happen there, we can get onto the back of them, maybe take advantage or something like that, you never know. Where we are then, just over a second clear of the car behind, so a bit of breathing space here to get ourselves through this next bit. But by now, starting to get a bit of a hang of the track now, and the way that the TT works, all the quirks of the TT's braking and rear end and all that. We've got P4 there just closing up there just a little bit there on the on that previous lap there. Just got to watch ourselves here through the first corner. We're doing that. Looks as though P2 there's had a bit of an issue there, so it's going to put us up into P2 now. No doubt they'll be back in the fight in next to no time. We're on here then, trying to keep P3 behind us here at the moment then in P2. Down the section here then we go. Just really trying to follow that line. Get ourselves stopped in time for this hairpin here, but also keep an eye on the car behind as well. Got a better drive off the corner there than we did, but they're just going to stay behind for now then. There they are, right behind us there. Down the hill we go. The brakes here in a nice straight line there, just to make the apex here for the corner. Brakes are nice and early for the ultimate corner here. Nice tight line there. It's not as tight as you can be anyway, just sort of really hit that apex there. And the apex here too, around the final corner, into the final lap. Bit of a battle here then for the podium places here between, well, second, third and fourth. Final lap now then. We're very late there into the first corner. We've gone off just a little bit there. Compromises us ever so slightly there as they both go through there. We're battling away there for second place, and also now P5 joining us here in the duel here. So, yeah, four-way fight here for podium places. Shaping up then on this final lap of the race. Down the hill then for the final time here. Oh, we did touch the white line a little bit there, just sort of felt it there, but we just about managed to keep ourselves facing the right way. Round the hairpin then. We've got P5 now right behind us there. They're going to carry the extra speed there. They got off the corner to get alongside us now for that fourth place. Sort of see where they are, and there's their front end, so they're going to go through there and into that fourth place now. We're just going to see what happens up here. Really, all the back end there of RTT just really snapping on us there through there. P5 then, around the final couple of corners. Yeah, nice and tidy. And over the line then. Not so bad. P5. So there we are, a bit of TT action then on Lago Maggiore, getting all of our spins and crashes out the way at the start of the week. Yeah, might come back to this one at some point in the week. Good race just to let your hair down and have some fun in the Audi TT Coupe. Good fun little race.